Okay, so this is in regard to the Chapter 17 of International Relations and the Global Security Beyond Pax Americana. So first off, starting with like the 20 years future part based on this chapter, I would say that the continuous influence of essentially the southern part, the not westernized view of things, the pre-colonized, as I mentioned in the reading, view of things, and where those low demographic countries are at and how they got there. I think sharing that information and including it into like the Western story essentially is it gonna, as years go on, as they have as in the past, is going to change how people perceive the country that they live in, other countries, etc. So like, maybe potentially in the future, like the fear of like Islam and things like that may change as we learn more about how they got to where they're at, or at least we might be more sympathetic to other countries that might have radicalization or are in the dumps or that are anti-Western, which then could either cause problems or go the other way. I would, for the theory that would be used, I guess, I would say constructivism, because it's essentially talking about the connection between social connections between humans and actors. So one thing we kind of mentioned in class was essentially it was like a program belief of what's dangerous. So like in our class we showed 2 pictures and it was like these American looking military guys probably look more scary than these 2 random people from what seems like a third world country or whatnot. But then the reality is that those casual people are more to be scared of than the actors in the uniform or whatnot. And then, so like our perception based on constructivism may change as we learn more information about other countries. So like our perception of Africa and, it's all low income, it's just chaotic, etc., might change as we learn to understand like how they got there, why they're there, and then why they perceive things the way they do. I wouldn't say it's a rational choice one because that focuses on how you get what you want. I don't think this is necessarily focused on the country or states trying to get what they want or individuals trying to get what they want. I also don't believe that it's the bureaucratic model, because it's the choices that you're made between these conflicts. And though in the reading kind of mentions like, for example, the Cold War in Africa and how it kind of like damaged Africa and other countries a little bit, but not the main 2 superpowers for the most part at the time. I don't think that has much to do with it. I think the reality is like looking at the connections between people, how people perceive evil, for lack of a better term, based on each country, and like that information on how they got there in 20 years is essentially going to help people be more understanding and open to more diversity, or understanding where other people from other countries are coming from when they go against the West or they're for the West.